It is 7 a.m. in the morning time on this Thursday morning, August 27th, 2020. It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, August 27th, 2020. And good morning to y'all this lovely Thursday morning, August 27th, 2020. 60 degrees at Dock, Massachusetts at 7:01. Top stories on the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning. It is after Hurricane Laura makes landfall. Louisiana forecasters warn of catastrophic storm surge. Honestly, day 3 highlights that President Trump will bring safety in order if he gets elected. Then of mental Utah Jazz teammate support boycott in the wake of Jacob Blake shooting. U.S. slaps trade sanctions on more Chinese entities this time for the South China Sea island building. Minneapolis mayor calls it National Guard after an arrest downtown. Joe Biden condemns police shooting of Jacob Blake. CDC was pressure from the top down to change coronavirus testing guidance, officials said. Registered foreign agent Pam Bondi accused Joe Biden of self-dealing in Republican convention speech. Hillary Clinton says Biden should not concede the election until any circumstance. Mike Pence said looting is not peaceful protest. Democrats seek probe at the DHS chief for possible Hatch Act violations. New Zealand mosque shooter sentenced to life without parole. Afghanistan floods kill dozens with many still missing. Will Greece and Turkey fight over energy? Israel attacks Hezbollah posts on Lebanese border in retaliatory fire. TikTok chief Kevin Mayer quits after Trump threatens to ban app. Stock futures trade lower ahead of Fed speech, GDP report said. Jeff Bezos is now worth a whopping $200 billion. FDA grants emergency use status to the Abbott's $5 COVID-19 rapid antigen test. Looking at stocks today now. Up 83.48 at 28,331.92. SP 5 at 35.11 at 34.78.73. And Nasdaq up 180.59 at 11,665.06. Impact of ionizing radiation and superconductor equipment clearance. SpaceX and Starlink satellites could have seriously affect scientists' ability to explore space. Delta 4 heavy likely headed for geosynchronous orbit with top secret payload. How low did it go? Scientists calculate Earth's ice age temperatures. Moderna says COVID-19 vaccine shows signs of working in older adults. Obesity, metabolic syndrome tied to risk of COVID infection severity. Fauci says Sasquatch discussed CDC testing guidelines when he was in surgery. And Peter Childusab, 7:03. Time now to take a look at news from the wires. Our global law enforcement operation said it is suspended one of the largest international piracy rings accused of legally distributed TV shows and movies online. South Korea COVID-19 outbreak spreads nationwide, alarms officials. Governor's private party restrictions draw Attleboro mayor's support online backlash. The typical start to college for Attleboro area freshmen. In Mansfield, heroes are what a flag is made of. Naughton voters face decisions on pot business locations at town centers noted on Saturday. As Norton residents will decide at a special town meeting Saturday where marijuana businesses can locate and where to rezone the town center. And the meeting is scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. on the high school football field. Foxborough firefighters. Peter Children's time is 7:05. And it is time now to take a look at the sports. The Boston Bruins got spanked by the Tampa Bay Lightning. 7-1 last night in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference. Main finals, while the Boston Red Sox fall to the Toronto Blue Jays of Buffalo 9-1. The Sox and Jays quieted the Buffalo at 6:37 p.m. The Celtics and the Toronto Raptors quieted at 7 o'clock. NBA players reportedly frustrated with Bucks communication and protest. Players talking to NBA PA about possible boycott of playoff games. NBA postpones all games after players refuse to play over the Jacob Blake shooting, and Peter Children's time is 7:05. Time now for Peter Children traffic and transit check. Beep beep on the MBTA subway system looking good, and on the commuter rail and the ferries they are looking good. Okay, take a look at the highways and byways of New England. In Rhode Island, looking good. 95, north bad side, a little bit toward 120 Canton. 7 Expressway, the north bad side, so between Quincy down to Dorchester, and 120 the north bad side, a little bit toward Route 2A out of the Lexington area. Central Mass and highways are looking good today. What the north bad side, a little bit to the Mass Bank in Springfield and in Connecticut. 95 on the south bad side, so between Bridgeport down to Darien, Connecticut, and 95 north bad side, a little bit toward Route 2A out of the Norwich, Connecticut area, and up and over to England. Vermont, New Hampshire, highways are looking good at 95 on the northbound side, a little bit on the Old Town Bay. Peter Children's time, 7:06. Time now for a weather report. The latest on Laura. Now what? 120 mile per hour winds, minimum temperature 948 millibars, and located 30.5 in the north, 93.4 to the west, moving off at 15 miles an hour, and unsurvivable storm surge with large directional winds will cause catastrophic damage from State Park, Texas to intercoastal city, Louisiana, including Kelso and Seminole Lakes. And the surge could penetrate up to 40 miles inland from the immediate coastline, and floodwater will not fully recede for several days after the storm. And hurricane force winds will continue this morning, and portions of hurricane water area with catastrophic wind damage expected near Lawrence Iowa. Hurricane force winds and widespread damage wind gusts will continue to spread well inland into portions of extreme Texas and western Louisiana today. And widespread flash flooding along small streams over areas and roadways is expected across portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas. This will also lead to minor freshwater river flooding and heavy rainfall flood and flash flood. The urban flood potential will spread northeastward to the middle of Mississippi or out and Tennessee found middle Atlantic states Friday and Saturday. Meanwhile, closer to home, scattered showers and thunderstorms will develop today as a warm front moves to the region with the risk of severe thunderstorms mainly across southwest New England. And dry and warm weather returns to the area Friday before more showers and storms return Saturday afternoon and night as ahead of a Portugal front. And dry and less humid and cooler weather returns Sunday and early next week with a taste of fall returning with some mild days and cool nights. Cool morning across the region of many locations in northern Massachusetts and northeastern Connecticut and the northern Rhode Island, the mid and upper 50s, and rain chill approaching from the northwest in response to low mid-level jet exited the Great Lakes and are searching at 3AA. This showers fall in the air mass with 2 points in the 40s. Will settle cool temperatures today, especially across northern Massachusetts. And how much colder will impact the northern extent of the warm sector and further for severe weather. Previous forecast captures this well, so no major change in this update. And scattered severe thunderstorms are possible this afternoon with the greatest risk across Connecticut and adjacent areas in southwestern Massachusetts and southern Rhode Island. And modest moisture transport and decrease the stability and the weakened MCS will result in scattered showers moving across southern New England this morning. And these showers moving in an air mass with 2 points in the 40 will help slog the chilly air mass, especially at northern Massachusetts, may be tough to dislodge. A warm front is expected to lift north into the New England from the southwestern positions on the front will be critical to the severe weather potential. Minimal to no service-based cape expected to north of the boundary. Wow. So the south capes will be increased to 1,000, 2,000 JKG, and there's remains certainly with a northward extent of the boundary, but it is looking increasingly likely that the front remains south of the Mass Pike somewhere near the Connecticut Massachusetts border, and it is still possible it could even end up further south across Connecticut. Where the boundary sets up the axis on the base of stability as important as the environment will be highly sheared as strong mid-level west-northwest flow aloft will result in clear shear 55 knots with 7 New England within the right entrance region and upper jet instability shear parameter space. Somewhat are denied storms with supercells possible. Temperature wind at a very large scale may accompany supercells and a few tornadoes are possible given impressive photographs that show strong low-level shear and tell us that warm fronts are always a concern in a highly sheared environment. A local area rainfall front for south of the pike with fronts up to 1.75 for the best chance of the fight and severe event with supercells will be south of BAF PVD line with particularly across Connecticut. There's where HREF was targeted accident up trafficlessly at high resolution camps indicated a west-east line of storms in New York, which is expected to set east into the southern New England and move its traffic across southwest Massachusetts, Connecticut, and possibly at the Rhode Island midday afternoon and over the main port to the note that the baggage access of severe weather may still shift further south and end up mostly south of Buxton, CNW, where middle level left weights into the forecast with the riveted EML will have to monitor its stability trend and the location of warfare enough elevated display Dolphin at bad rates to support a few storms across Dolphin, Massachusetts, but severe front of the month flow here to the stable and boundary layer with the just risk of mostly some severe hail. Temperature forecast is very tricky depending on where the warm front starts up in the north of the boundaries. Be rather chilly with temperatures likely to remain in the 60s, may even fall to the upper 50s, especially in Northern Massachusetts tomorrow southern front. Temperature should reach the 80s best just across Lower Connecticut Valley and Connecticut. Okay, look at the forecast. Goes like this. Check the shot. Thunderstorms while possible hours to 2 p.m. Mostly clouds got high about 69 degrees. Calm given southwest about 5 miles in the afternoon, chance with 40%. The rain amounts between the 10 windows and high about possible thunderstorms for today. Check the shot. Thunderstorms rain before 8 p.m. Punch fog up to 2 a.m. While mostly clouds got low at 58 degrees and calm wind chance with 30% and new rain amounts less than 7 inches possible. Except high amounts possible thunderstorms then. Friday. Punch fog before 9 a.m. Mostly Friday night. Slight chance showers between 10 p.m. and midnight, and a chance showers thunderstorms after midnight. Mostly clouds at low at 65 degrees. Light wind just with 30%. No rain amounts less than 7 inches possible. Except high amounts possible thunderstorms for Saturday. Check showers and thunderstorms, but showers supposed to be a thunderstorm after 10 a.m. Punch fog before noon. Either 80 degrees and night south wind increase in the 5 to 10 miles on the morning. Wisconsin has 20 miles night just at 8% for Saturday night. Showers and thunderstorms will likely before 1 a.m. Then a slight chance of showers between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. Some of the storms produce heavy rainfall. Punch fog before 3 a.m. while it's mostly clouds got low at 64 degrees and southwest about 6 to 8 mile an hour gets high, 20 mile an hour to 6% for Sunday, Sun's got at 77 low 51 degrees, northwest about 3 to 10 mile an hour gets high, 22 mile an hour for Monday. Sun's got about 75 low 52 degrees and northwest about 3 to 5 mile an hour for Tuesday. But the Sun's got at 75 low 60 degrees and calm wind given southward at 6 mile an hour in the afternoon. And for Wednesday, check the showers, but the Sun's about 76 degrees, southward about 6 to 10 mile an hour, just to 50%. And right now, Norton it's 60 degrees and overcast skies. That's going to be for the Peter Channel Water News on this Thursday morning, August 27th, 2020. I'm Pewers. Hope you have a good morning. Goodbye. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. See you tomorrow. For News Time, report. Hope you have a good morning.